Hello everybody, Lurgs here, welcome to my channel, and today it's how to set up a desktop PC. Maybe you've moved house and you're putting it all back together again, or maybe you've just bought a brand new desktop PC. And I'll show you all the things that you'll need to plug in. Right, let's get cracking. Things we're going to be doing in this video: installing the Ethernet cable for your connection to the internet, although your PC may have Wi-Fi, connecting the monitor, connecting the keyboard, connecting the mouse, connecting your speakers, any scanner or printer, connecting an external hard drive, and then connecting a cup of tea with my mouth so it goes into my stomach. Oh! Nearly all modern devices are USB connections. That means they will self-install, so you don't really have to run any installation disks or downloads. So I'll literally just be showing you what cables go where. First of all, let's get some mains power into the desktop PC. Plug in your mains cord and then plug it into the mains. But don't turn on the computer just yet. Next thing we'll do is plug in the Ethernet cable. This is so you've got your internet access. Plug a Ethernet cable into the back of the computer and then into your router or into a suitable network socket that you've got in your house. I'm actually going to be connecting this desktop PC via Wi-Fi, so I don't need the Ethernet cable, so let's just unplug that. Next up is the monitor. Now hopefully if you've got a modern monitor, this will just be an HDMI lead, so HDMI output from the back of the computer. I've got HDMI port 1 here, and then plug the other end into your HDMI monitor. If it's a VGA monitor, you can use one of these VGA adapters, and there's a link above now about how to do that. Next is the keyboard. Now I have had wireless keyboards before and I don't really rate them that much. The batteries don't last very long. This is a USB keyboard. So basically find a spare USB port on the back of your computer. I've got 4 here, and plug that in. Next is the mouse. Again, a USB connection. Find a spare USB port, plug that in. And these will all self-install once you power up the computer. Next, we're going to install the speakers. I'm going to plug my 2 peripheral speakers in. This is a 2.1 setup with a subwoofer. So plugging in my speakers. Whilst I'm doing that, there's a link above now about how to switch your laptop into airplane mode, the easy way. And then we've got this 3.5mm headphone jack lead. Plug that into the back of the speaker. And this is actually color coded, so it should match the color on the back of the computer. And here it is, the lime green socket, which is the speaker out. Now on the left you've got a blue, which is an audio input, and on the right you've also got a mic input. This is where you can plug a microphone or any audio inputs if you want to do any recording. So we've got that speaker set up now. Now I'm just going to install my printer scanner. Again, nice and easy, USB connection. Find another spare port on the back. As you can see, USB ports run out very quickly, so if you buy a new desktop PC, make sure you buy one with lots of USB ports. And I'm also going to install an external hard drive. This is so I can back up my computer. Whilst I'm doing that, there's a link above now about how to print multiple pictures on one page in Windows 10, the easy way. So now all 4 USB ports on the back are now full up. Luckily I've still got 2 USB ports on the front. You can use those for anything else you need to plug in. As usual, spent all this money on fancy equipment and it's all wobbly, so you just have to get a piece of paper and put it under one of the legs like you do at a table when you go to a pub or a restaurant. You always get a wobbly table, don't you? Right, look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Right, let's switch it all on. Whilst I'm doing that, there's a link above now about how to calibrate your monitor in Windows 10. Let's just speed this footage up. Now if you've plugged all these devices in for the first time, it may take a while as they self-install, but I've had all these installed before because I've just moved the computer to a different room. Let's move the mouse around first. Good, that's all working. Let's test the music, and this is actually playing fine. Obviously I can't play it to you, otherwise I'll get copyrighted. let's test the keyboard. Just going to open up Notepad. Test the keyboard here, all looking good. Now I'm just going to connect to the internet. At the moment it's not connected. Click on this world icon here. Select Wi-Fi. It's currently turned off because it was connected via a cable. Click on the Wi-Fi icon. Select my Wi-Fi network. I'm going to connect automatically so it connects every single time. Put in my password. Click on next. It's now verifying and connecting. Fabulous, I'm now connected to the interweb. Now I'm going to start getting tons and tons of emails pop through. Now let's just do a quick test print. Whilst I'm doing that, there's a link above now about how to select multiple files in File Explorer in Windows 10. With this scanner printer you may have had a CD installation disc, but most things now are USB installs, or you can just download them off the internet. Let's just do a quick print, make sure this is working. Here it comes. All the anticipation. Thing. Yes, look at that. All working absolutely fantastic. We've still got 2 USB ports on the front and an SD card reader and a headphone socket. And I tell you what, that definitely deserves a lovely cup of tea. Oh. If you found that useful, there's a video over here about how to print multiple pictures on one page in Windows 10. And on this side, there's a video on how to take screenshots in Windows 10. Thank you for visiting my channel, everyone. I really appreciate it.